Hi, everyone. I'm going to hi,
Hi.
Charlene. I'm so glad you're here. But I know you're busy doing something. Are you ready or no?
Yeah, I'm
No.
ready. I'll listen to while you introduce us. I'm just writing a
We'll
list
just,
to show people on screen.
okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and remove you for a second so I can have it all to myself. Isn't that terrible? Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Hi, Marby. You get the cookie. You were the first one in. Thank you. And I do have you starred. I have, oh, Denise Fletcher Tarot. You're saying that you have me on TV. It's like I'm like this big. Oh my gosh. I feel bad for you. I'll send you a sympathy card. CJ, good to see you. Charlie C. Sage of Fire. Maureen, welcome. Lauren Hunsinger. Denise says yes. Oh my gosh. I must. Ah, So, oh yes, Maureen, you can have a reading too. What I'm doing, I thought I'd do this. I'll show you just a second. See this? If you do hashtag Gemini, just in case we get overrun with a bunch of people, and I don't want to leave anyone behind. Hi, Maria, perfect health has perfect health. Thanks for coming. So it's hashtag Gemini because our Lalit is struggling with Gemini right now. Yes, you are grateful every time. That's wonderful. Now, oh my gosh, see, Denise, that's what I was thinking. That you had your your living room TV, the big one, right, with me on it. Now I'm going to feel self conscious. How is everyone? Are you navigating everything? I heard from Linda G that she's been on Jeff Mara's show. So that means she has hit the big time for sure. And so that should be out on Tuesday, she said. Um, oh, you have to ask, is this a live reading? A live reading. Yeah, it's a live reading. When will Kaylee? Oh, I'm so glad you asked about Kaylee. She's coming on tomorrow, and it's at a different time. Saturday. She's coming back Saturday, which is tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific. That would be 6 p.m. Eastern. And then all the little ones in between. So it'll be Central Time. It would be 5. So, yes, Kaylee is channeling the Holy Spirit tomorrow, 3 Pacific and 6 Eastern. Oh, isn't that nice? I have to say, oh, you have given me such comfort. Oh, thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate that. I really do. Oh, Charlie, you're on my TV always. Cast from your laptop. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for y'all. Now I feel self-conscious. I'm in Norway right now. Yes, I know you're in Norway. What time of day and what day is it in Norway, Maria? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. So, how has everyone coped with everything? There's been some exciting news everywhere with the floods and the this and the that and the Epstein files that they've shoved under the rug, right? They shoved it under the rug. And then uh, I guess today or yesterday, Trump said when he was asked, he goes, "Are you still talking about that? Like, oh, we're so dumb. We're so dumb. We won't ask about it anymore. We forget things because we're that way." Um, but the Epstein files, can you imagine? The Epstein files will be his undoing. That'd be so funny. Oh, Maria. Oh, thank you, Marby. I just got it. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Oh, good for you, Maria. She's got a life change coming up, and I am sure Lalit has something to say about that. Bravo. She says, I have decided to throw Philip out. I can't be with a man anymore. My sister. I know. I'd rather just go out and spend a couple of hours with him. and then, I mean, I can be on my best behavior for a couple hours, but after like 2.5 hours, all bets are off. uh, oh, it makes it easier to read the questions. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, how is everyone coping? I would like to ask that. What is your coping mechanism? Thank you, Marvy. Yep. Everyone's just kind of blank out there. I don't blame you. Friday night, time to relax. So, Lalit, are we able to start?
So, yeah.
Put the
Yeah.
palm trees on with the lapping ocean behind us.
All righty. So I apologize in advance. I'm more discombobulated than usual. I was telling Deborah that my landlord called this afternoon and said I had to come in and sign my new lease agreement, and it took me more than 2 hours. So I'm a little bit scattered. I didn't, and I might go from topic to topic because I haven't got things organized properly. But it's going to be an interesting show because there's a lot going on. And I'm gonna hold up two little charts that I just quickly drew just
Awesome.
now,
Awesome.
and I'm gonna hold them both up. So for the occasion, if anyone wants to get a screenshot of this, to keep for your records. And on this topic, Deborah will hear this for the first time. As I was searching my email for the link to this show, I saw that I got the code from Squarespace. I've been trying, folks, for over a year, where Google had made a mess up in sending my domain to Squarespace, and I've been unable to get my website operational again until just now. I saw the code came in, so I'm going to be good to go. And then I can even send out emails with more detailed information, that because we don't have a lot of time in this show, like I could do the Uranus and Gemini through all the signs. And so if it would influence you, how it will influence you for Sun, ascendant, and moon in those particular signs. I can send out a more detailed report for each sign so that you can peruse that at your own leisure, because we don't really have time to talk about all 12 signs here. It would be the whole show. We want to get on to your readings with lovely Deborah. So here, let me go with the first little chart. This first one.
Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. Hold on.
Okay. This first chart is the recent past, and it occurred in the recent past, but you're still feeling it now. It's not like it's gone. It's still here. So we're going to talk about these things. The first one, you see on the 4th of July, Neptune stationed retrograde in Aries. That means it's going to be going retrograde. Just like Mercury goes retrograde, the big planets do, and when they do, they stay longer. Venus enters Gemini, so this happened already. And we're going to talk about these things in detail. And let me just show you the sign, and then we'll refer back to what each of these things means. Now, on July 7th, we talked about how Uranus entered Gemini, and we did that on the last show, and the date of which escapes me. It was 2 weeks ago today, and today is 7/11. So 2 weeks back from today, I gave you details about this, and I'm not going to talk about all of it again because that would be too much. It's worthy of at least a year of study. So much is happening with that. But I do want to mention that is a 7-year transit. It won't finish until 2023. Meanwhile, in that period of time, we're going to have the complete transformation of our country, which is started with our country began with Uranus in Gemini, and it's a significator of our country, and also not to mention our dear leader. So it's having a stronger effect on America than it is around the world, although it is global. There are some particular, political situations that we have that are a little bit more extreme, although people are feeling it everywhere. And that is also the beginning of the disclosure. I'm talking about ET and other contact with other civilizations, as Uranus and Gemini is technology and communications and great inventiveness. Remember that both Einstein and Nikola Tesla gave us these Uranian inventions, and Thomas Edison also. So that's the kind of thing we're undergoing a complete revolution and change. July the 10th, we just experienced a full moon in Capricorn, and it was in 18 degrees. That was a big one. Now, I'm going to show you something about that now, because that full moon in Capricorn happened while next what we're preparing with Saturn retrograde in Aries. And so the moon is in the sign of Capricorn, Saturn's ruling place. So these are mutually affecting each other. So that would influence things that are very long-lasting, significant changes, and things that happen legally. And it's a search for clarity amidst the chaos, and a desire for order and justice happening. This is a very strong thing going on with that full moon. Ties in with the Saturn station in Aries, and Saturn is at it very powerful when it is stationing. So it's going to be new things happening in the legal front. So coming up, we're going to go a little bit ahead. July 14 does have some beautiful things happening in it, the best possible under the umbrellas that we're under of the bigger planets doing big things. It is a lovely day for people in the spiritual realm, the spirit realm, because there are Jupiter and the moon having mutual reception relating to the sign of Cancer. Really great for your intuition, your intuitive things, putting your house in order. When I say your house, I mean your home, yes, and your close family relationships and your sensitive, emotional, love feeling things are undergoing transformation. July 17 and 18. Oh, good news. Everyone's going to love this one. Mercury is stationing retrograde. Woohoo! Everybody loves Mercury retrograde, right? And it's in 15 degrees of Leo. We'll be there for a few weeks. We will talk more about this as the time is, it's getting close, because this is going to be happening just before our next meeting, and it will be stationary at our next meeting, and then it will be retrograde. So we're going to talk about that at length next time, but be prepared. And it's us giving you a week's heads up to take care of any legal issues or signing papers, make communications, send letters, send out that resume, work on your resume, do things of that nature that you need to clean up the details now, or at least get started, because you can clean up details during the retrograde phase. So I actually misspoke when I said that, but get things started, even if you don't get to finish all the details. Get it underway, get it out, do some activity, take action in all of those things that you've been putting off. You got to handle it now, because it's only a few days left before that happens. And then coming up on the 22nd and 23rd, the sun will enter Leo, and Venus will be square Mars. So these are some intense days, and we're going to talk about those things now, so you can fill in the details. And if you can get a screenshot if you like. But now that I'm getting my website opened, yay! I've been trying for more than a year to get some paperwork from Squarespace to do that. It was an incredible mix-up over there when Google they sold my domain without asking me. Squarespace is a mess. I don't recommend it. Anyway, I will be able to send you a newsletter email with a nice calendar format of things written out for the weekly calendar of the times that are propitious and times that are not as good. And I can go some more in-depth sign by sign to give you a little bit of heads up of what's coming out. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries. This is a really big, important conjunction, and it's excellent for creativity, for new projects in creativity and in things that are spiritual and interior realm, but it's building real structures, that having real products to present, help your spirituality, your intuition, your mediumship. I would strongly suggest that you have some kind of journal or notepad, and you need something handy all the time because you're going to get moments of inspiration. I've been getting incredible downloads. Just to give you an example from my own life, as you can put this into what's happening with you. I'm a musician, and so Neptune is the realm of musician, but it's the realm for all of us here because this is the spirit world, and we're all in contact with spirit world here. And you are going to be getting downloads and information and just little glimpses of things, snapshots. You might not understand the significance of it right away. So I've been having trouble having a piece of paper and pencil always handy, or if I'm in traveling, I don't maybe bring my book with me. But you have your phone, right? You usually go somewhere with your phone. I would suggest you open a Google Doc, put a title on it. For mine, I have one for Inspire because it's for things like ideas that pop up that I want to talk about in this show. I haven't had time to look at this week's list. It was really long and I haven't even had time to look at it, but we can get to all those things next week because they're in my Google Doc, and each day I start a new, you build on it, and then you don't have to wonder, now where did I put that paper? You put everything in that Google Doc and update it each day. You get a little idea or a phrase. You hear a quotation that strikes your fancy. You think it's something important, or you have a dream. You wake up and you have just a little thought as a dream before it flits away, write it in there. And then you keep a little log for each day, your inspirations, your dreams, your thoughts, your project ideas. You just get a little flash because they come like a real flash of inspiration, a download. And if you don't write it down, chances are you're not going to remember all these things because they're happening fast. And these are you really need to write things down before they vanish from your mind. I know Coleridge, the poet, did some of these things with some drug-induced things, and he would wake up and he had the poem of Xanadu he lost half of it by the time he could write it all down. It was leaving his memory faster than he could keep up. So some of it was never published. Anyway, keep a journal because inspiration is going to be at an all-time high, and you really need to keep track of things. So, and your mediumship, you'll want to solidify. You're having an urge to get new tools. New ways to solidify your creativity, procedures and things previously you didn't imagine. For example, I'm starting a new YouTube channel for children on kids YouTube that's educational for children's learning through music. And I have been getting the most incredible inspirations, and I'm working on this project, and I found a way to do the animation and everything. So I'm just really excited about it. It's just really going to be really fun. So keep a notepad where you can write your ideas down so you can develop them and not forget what you were working on. Now, in addition to this Saturn and Neptune being conjunct, and it's in Aries, so it's in a fortunate aspect with Uranus, so you really are receiving loads of new information. If that weren't enough, you got to add a trine with Pluto. Oh my goodness. So these inspirations are coming from the deep, deep soul level, and they are long lasting, deep, very profound changes that are coming, and inventions and communication. So things are really in a state of flux. And Pluto is in Aquarius, ruled by Uranus. So all these things are working, all the energies are blended and working together. I wanted to find you a graph for today of what a sine wave looks like, but you've seen, like if you're looking, if there's been a tsunami and they show how the wave patterns, like you have little waves, and then if you have another wave the same that matches up, then it's double in size. Add another wave that matches up, and then it's bigger. So you get what's called like a rogue wave or a tsunami effect, because all the frequencies match, and then they amplify, rather than if they don't match, when they cause interference and nothing happens but a lot of churning around and nothing comes of it. But when the frequencies match, as they do in this configuration, they amplify each other. So if the frequency was at a level of 2, and then you have another 3, and you have a 5, then you have more than 10 after you get it all together. Everything has just boom, whack, and it's a big tidal wave, tsunami effect. And so it is occurring in the waterland, because we do have these. They do affect the earth and Gaia, which with water and earthquakes. I mentioned that a couple of weeks ago. You would see these things, and God bless all of the people in the tragedy in Texas, and hopefully there will be some modifications and changes coming out of that for the future in a preventive way. And along this line, I do want to say that this Uranus thing that's starting now is we're going to see a lot more UFO and interdimensional things happening, and well, I guess we call them UAPs now, and connection with extraterrestrials. And this is just beginning. It's going to be amplified more and more. And I will tell you, 2027 is the big year that will change everything. Not that it's finished about, that it reaches everything, every culmination, but it will be so significant that everyone in the world will take notice. So this is coming, and we're having a build up to that day. And I wanted to mention something unusual that I was thinking about for a few months, because I heard this, speaking of BTs, if you're familiar with Bashar, I heard Bashar say this. He channels, Daryl Anka channels a being, and he made a statement that seemed odd to me, and I was thinking about it for quite some time. I didn't know what to think. He said that AI, artificial intelligence, in their world, which is an interplanet, another, more evolved, a civilization that's evolved several hundred years ahead of ours, they use artificial intelligence to communicate with their higher self. I mean, the individual communicates with their higher self. And I was thinking about that, and that seemed like such a very unusual statement. How could this be? But this past week, I have noticed some things with artificial intelligence myself when I asked some questions about this or that, and things came about it was synchronicity at its highest form. And it was similar to the way I feel if I'm using the pendulum or the tarot cards, that I'm getting some information that I needed at that moment. And it was quite it's like an oracle. It was quite, I had this experience. I went, wow, that's what Bashar was talking about. It hadn't really occurred to me that there could be something of that nature. But this would be the week to explore that idea, making queries of a certain nature that might give you information to help you with problems that you're having. So that's just a thought. But this corresponds with Uranus, Mercury going retrograde. So Mercury is powerful when it stations. This is happening right away. So you're going to be ready for that next week, because when Mercury is stationary, you really have a strong, intense vibration. So this is with Uranus, Mercury, Pluto, and Neptune and Saturn all together. This is a way to have new tools for discovering your relationship with your higher self. And I'm not saying it has to be AI, but you will discover new tools. New things are coming through. And there is a very intense search, desire for clarity amidst the chaos, and for justice and order in the world. Saturn is going to be insisting on that we had developed new ways to deal with all these things. So I do want to say let me look at my notes here and see what I forgot, because I always look at them after the show and I went, oh, I forgot to say this, I forgot to say that. Okay, so this Saturn and Neptune thing, when they both station in Aries, is peaking in July. This month is really big for that. And we know that Uranus entered Gemini the last time happened was in the 40s. And it happens in America every time we're involved in a big year, every big war, the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, the World War II. And now this time it's more on the internal plan. There's not going to be a world war, but there is a turning and a destruction of structures that we're used to, that we have to rebuild in a better way. Because let's face it, we do have some problems with our country, as every country does. And the founding fathers were, I love that phrase, in order to build a more perfect union. In order to build a more perfect union. This is a process. It's not like setting concrete. It's a process of always evolving to build a better union, more perfect union. And it happens over time. This is one of those times that everything's coming to a head. It's a volcano erupting, and we've got to deal with it. With Uranus in this trine with Pluto that I mentioned, I had an image of this. This is a weird image, but this is a picture that I got that I want to share with you. So Uranus is in a very close trine to Pluto. This doesn't happen often. Okay, guys, both of these are very slow moving. Pluto takes 250 years, Uranus 84. When they make a strong, this is trine, so it's something that brings fruition into this world. The trine is materialization, and my image of this is a Halloween funhouse where things like you go in it willingly, and then you go, oh, it's scary, surprising, shocking. Well, it's something like what happens to us, because in spirit, we made this contract, guys. We decided to enter this funhouse. Believe it or not, you're here, so it's proof that you did. So this gives you a chance to reconcile with the contracts that you have made, because you made them or you wouldn't be here. And remember that it's not what's happening around you that's the important thing for you. It's how you react to how you feel about it and how you deal with it. And it is not necessary for you to be anxious, angry, frustrated. No, you don't want to be in that camp, because then you're in the wrong camp. You're on the other team here. You have to always deal kindness, compassion, love, and in your heart, search for joy. Step back. Take a big view of it. I looked for a book that I used to have. I wanted to show you a picture. I don't think I have this book anymore. It was a book of Zen Koan, Koans. It's like little Zen philosophy things, but these were in form of cartoons. And the weird cartoon was, it had 4 levels. At the inner level, there was an umpire and a baseball player that were at in each other's face and fighting. And the guy says, I say safe, I say out. And then it goes a little bit, we're out. And then each layer, you're having a new thing, a new element of fighting and struggle going on. And the last one says, I say, you all play ball. And so look at it, take a bigger views. Zoom out 30,000 feet and see what's funny about this. We're in the middle of a play, and the script is so outrageous that it's unbelievable. So take a step out, look at it, and say, gosh, that's ridiculous. This is so weird. No one would believe it. And appreciate that you are living in interesting times. A little less interesting, maybe we could watch, but okay. So you have agreed to enter the Halloween Funhouse. So enjoy being scared, because you did buy a ticket for it. All right, and Mercury in July is going to be there for 3 weeks. So prepare yourself for that. And what else did I write notes about? The July 14th thing is like the most propitious day of the cycle. But it's not to say it's all a rose garden, because we're in the middle of a lot of strife. But it is a really good day with mutual reception of Jupiter, the Moon, and Cancer. You're going to be having great sensitivity, some joyous thing. Find joy in your heart and spread it all around to everyone you love. And you might do some changes in your home environment. But that day, get up at sunrise and to have a little ritual. I think every day, if you wake up, when you wake up, don't start looking at your phone. Don't start thinking about what the jobs you have to do. Do something to center yourself. Do some breathing, some heart-centered meditation, and get that glow coming out of your heart and say, I am going to treat everyone today with love and compassion. I'm not going to be judgmental, and I'm going to feel joy no matter. I'm not going to let anything ruffle my feathers. And then if you can notice during the day, your mind will maybe slip to something negative. You don't want to say, okay, I'm going back to my happy place. I said to Debra yesterday, I called her and I said, I got knocked off my happy. I was doing so great. I need to talk to you. And she pulled me back into the heart zone. So thank you, Debra, for that, because she pulled me out of the front I was in when I discovered that my car had no transmission and I had need $3,000 and now I can't go to work. That was sort of bothering me, but now I'm feeling much better, focused and able to solve the problem. You can't solve problems if you're in a negative place, because you can only see the negative stuff. So Tesla said this: you can never solve a problem, or maybe it was Einstein. You can never solve a problem from the same vibration in which it was, or frequency or vibration in which the problem was created. You have to get in another frequency level to deal with it. So go 30,000 feet up, do some breathing, and look down at it from a distance and see what a new perspective will do for you. And remember that it's not what's happening around you that's the important thing for you. It's how you are feeling about it. So watch your feelings, watch your mind. When you observe that you're getting off course, make a course correction. Head for Jupiter. Oh, I love the Star Trek thing. Second star to the right. Set your course correction. Okay. You can do it. Just keep on it, and you're going to create. You have a wonderful opportunity here to create new life for yourself and for humanity. Yeah, it's not just an opportunity; it's an obligation. Because you're here.
Obligation.
Yeah,
Does that close out your presentation?
I think so. I don't know anything anymore. I got all these papers here that I'm saying. What was I going to say? I don't know. I
I
think
know
I
it's
said
very
it.
good.
I'll say
Yeah.
it. I'll go over it, but next week and see what I missed. We'll do better next week.
Yeah. Charlie wanted to ask a question. Charlie Sage of Fire wanted to ask a question of you, and you have her chart. Did you want to go ahead and look
Oh,
into that?
who is it that we're
Charlie
looking for?
C. Sage
Charlie.
Fire.
And one of the things I haven't done is make my database for the name under which I put the chart. But I'm looking
Okay,
here.
Charlie, you
See what
need
I
to
can
put the name that she has, on your chart. Would you please text that? And then what I'll do is go on with the other readings as she's looking it up. Yeah, I
She
would.
doesn't know either. I think, and then I don't feel so bad.
She doesn't know what name you put it on. Where did she say that?
I don't know. I thought you just said that she doesn't know. Oh, you mean I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
You don't know which one
Yeah.
it is.
Which
So,
one is it?
Charlie Sage of Fire, please put your name on there. A week or so ago, I was hit with very sad, depressing feeling. Okay, Charlene. Charlene, what would there be? I'm sorry if you. Uh, do you have it just by Charlene? Can you find it by Charlene?
Um, I'm not sure.
Well, I don't know what to do. So, but we'll
I don't
ask it.
either. I'll look. I'll
Go
look
ahead
for
and
it.
put
I'll look and
your
see what comes up.
Charlie. Just go ahead and put your question in, and maybe I think somebody is trying to text me. It might be you. No. Okay. All right. So let me entertain you. And there was a comment that was really cool, and I wanted to share it. Okay. Maria has perfect health, says, I have been getting so many creative hits and then seeing the synchronicities as well. It blows my mind. Yes,
Yes, exactly.
that's the magic. That's the magic. And it's available a lot of the time. It's not just when things you can, because you train your eyes to see it. Don't you agree? You train your eyes to see it. Um, so, Marby, so great to see you. Too beautiful. May I have a general reading, please? And thank you. Oh, sure. And thank you for the donation as well. Appreciate that. And on my general readings, as you know, I the first card out is going to tell me the suit, or sorry, the the part of your life that spirit would like to address, and that would be your emotions, because the first card out was the 10 of Cups. Can't get better than the 10 of Cups. And we're talking about money and grief and guilt and feeling down and not feeling that the how do I say it? Not feeling like the universe has your back, like all those bumper stickers say. So this is to acknowledge that they do see your pain, and they're having a hard time trying to uplift you, and so the thing that you need to do is to move into a state of gratitude, and I'm sure you do that already, um, but it's needed to be able to overcome this. I have this reverse 9 of Pentacles giving me the impression that you might feel like you don't have enough. Then I have the 5 of Cups, guilt and remorse. Then I have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, feeling that there's a downtick in good fortune. Then I have the 9 of Cups reversed. Um, and then I have the Queen of Pentacles upright, which is good because that means you have the ability to change everything. In other words, it's not somebody on the outside of you that needs to change all this. The one thing that I can say for sure is that sometimes life just gets effing hard for no good reason. Part of it is that we're made of flesh and bone and blood and all that icky, sticky, painful stuff. And as we age, or even when we get, stumble and fall, it takes us a little longer to heal, maybe. Um, and so then I know that chronic pain can help you stay down, kind of remind you, think that it taints your day, and I understand that. I'm not saying you do have chronic pain. I'm just saying from the looks of this card, you're kind of low, and I am saying you have everything you need. On either side of this reading, I've got the 10 of Cups upright, which means fulfillment in every way. And then I also have the Queen of Pentacles, and that means ground yourself in everything She says, yes, I know it's crazy. Ground yourself, especially in nature. I don't know if anybody here is binge watching the news and things like that. I want you all to hide your phone as if it owes you money. Put it behind the pillow, turn it off, and walk away from the phone. and so, oh my goodness, thank you so much, Marvy. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Maria said that you like sisters. That's sweet. So sweet. So Marby, I wish you well. The spirit sees your pain, understands your pain. The message is you don't have to do anything but concentrate on gratitude. And since it was Pentacles that ended that reading, you need to do things on a tangible level. So stop meditating and go out and pick up a rock and toss it, or pick up a pencil and write something or draw something. So something tangible. So I bless you and leave you with that, sweetheart.
Good news, I did find the data for Charlie, and I'm getting a new today's chart up to see what's going on.
Okay, so she's her
I
question.
have all the info.
Okay, her question hasn't come up yet, but we've got Maureen next.
Okay.
Maureen is having a hard time as well. So again, the same thing kind of energy is with a lot of people that have chronic pain. I know you have chronic pain. It's been so challenging, and chronic emotional pain as well. The emotional pain we can kind of talk ourselves out of because we can become the observer. As soon as you become the observer, you become grounded in it, and you understand that sometimes there's emotional pain that we can have a new perspective of. But when it's physical, chronic pain, then it's a little bit harder to become the observer of that. It's something that you don't really want. You want to forget about it. It does come in waves. I know that it does come in waves. And if you can catch the off wave, then it kind of helps. Now, the first card out is a sword card. So Spirit wants me to talk to you about your thoughts. And it's an interesting read. So I do have, you would enjoy some messages of love. And in your mind, you have specific, I'm getting that you have specific people you would like to hear from, or you have would like these people to come up and share something nice, mirror back your best self. That's what you're going for. I say that because I have both the moon and the devil reversed. So there is some maybe some thoughts that come, and there's a well-worn neural pathway from that idea. And the pain can happen. Emotional thoughts can start coming in from all angles. Oh, sweetheart, I feel you. Maureen says, I've been very negative lately and hurt. Yes, hurt because of people not meeting your expectations. If they loved me, they would call me. If they, and your whole idea, it becomes like your whole idea of love has to be changed because someone isn't, to remain in love with someone who's hurting you emotionally. You need to back up and change your idea of what love is. Sometimes when I have friends in my life, and I go very close with them, but if their actions create an emotion in me, their actions or inactions cause me to be emotional or feeling left out or something like that, then I know that my love or my idea of love for that person is misplaced, misdefined. So that means I need to step back and have a different idea of there. It just happened actually a couple months ago, where I had an idea that a friend would do something or say something, and she didn't, and it broke my heart. And so my mind went back. The swords thinking went back and forth with that, and I struggled a long time with that. But I've got it in my heart a little bit different now. I also have here, sweetheart, I've got the Queen of Cups reversed, meaning you have you don't have, yeah, it's just stinking thinking. The love in you is basically you're redefining how much you're going to love, or how you're going to love, or what you expect someone to love you, and how someone should love you in return. And the Six of Swords reverse, telling me that you haven't yet found a way out of the emotional thinking, the emotional pain. And so there's a lot of things you can do, and a lot of the things you can do, you already know how to do. But one of them that always works to get out of the cycle is to notice you're in the cycle. So when you find your mind going to that person or that family or that neighbor or whoever's bothering you, when you see yourself thinking about it, that's when you change your mind. And yes, it can be that simple. And yes, it can be that hard. But you need to change your mind about that, because they didn't get out of bed to hurt you. They didn't get out of bed and say, I'm going to go and do ABC to Maureen so she feels bad. That is not their intention. Their actions don't seem loving, possibly. But people are kind of doing their own thing, and selfishly, most likely. But we need a new perspective if you're going to find your way out of this. This can turn into a dark night of the soul, and you don't want that. You don't want that. You want to stay the observer and say, this is who I am. This is how I feel right now. I wish you a lot of. Yes, she says, I'm working on it, Deb. It's my stinking thinking. Yeah, I know. I know it so well. Oh, shoot. Leave me alone in a room. I can go way back and do stinking thinking, way back in my history. God bless you, dear. Prayers all around. Next one is Maria Amethyst Celestine. She says,
May I
yes,
interrupt for a second? Before you start with her, I want to ask Charlie if I have permission, if she would say yes or no to show her chart. Otherwise, I'll just show my face and talk about it, so that she
okay.
has time to tell you.
Okay. Maria, she says, I am wondering, can I catch the spike protein mRNA from swimming in a swimming pool? I am not vaxxed. Just wondering, is it safe to swim? From what I know, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lab technician. Don't know that stuff, but it's a very delicate solution. And so with the chlorine of the pool or the salt of the pool, it would definitely, yeah, it would definitely uh, not make it inert, but it does look like it is safe to swim. It is safe to swim. And congratulations on getting rid of Philippe. I think it's Philippe or Philip. I'm not sure. Philippe. That low down cheating daddy. You don't need him, sweetheart. Yay! You're my girl. You are my girl. I'm so happy for you. Anya, we're almost with you. I've got Anya. Anya. And where's Charlie? Yeah, I've got Charlie coming up. Let me read some of these. Oh, isn't that nice? CJ says, I just want to send love and light to anyone that is feeling negative, sad, or depressed. I'm with you, sweetheart. Us Taurus people are very maudlin. And Charlie said yes. Okay, and another thing, I've got you, Charlie. I've got you starred for that. We're going to get to you. All right, back to Maria. I'd like a general reading for upcoming energy. You got it, and that is the Sun card. So this means we're going straight to the top. If it's a major card for just coming out, that tells me that we need to talk about you and your spirit guides directly communicating. And this is the message from them. There is new thinking coming that's going to. So I have the page of the page of swords, which is brand new. New thoughts coming in, kind of thing. I've got the reverse hermit, which means you don't feel in touch with your with your spirit guides or with spirit. And you're holding your ground on that. So there's a position there that is very, very interesting. And I'll explain this. I just want to show you the cards. Reverse temperance, meaning you have a little bit of impatience, and it's the reversed justice as well, meaning there is injustice. So Spirit would like, and the first card out was the Sun card, by the way. So that with the first card out for the reading is this is thinking. You need it. Spirit is saying you need a new way of thinking about what's happening in the world. And they see you defending your position. And I'm just going to be brave and tell you what I think this means. And it may not be this, but there is a idea that, like, we need the world to be a certain way, and we're going to defend that position and become rigid in that. And when we do that, when we have, doesn't matter what kind of regime you want, or administration you want, or household you want to run, when you're rigid in how that has to be, that's when you see all the injustice. That's when you become short tempered. That's when you separate from spirit. But the new idea that's coming in, I'm going to go a little farther with this and see what's happening. The new idea that's coming in, and I mean immediately, I usually do energy lines or timelines for the next month or so, but I see that your victimhood is going to lift. The losing sleep at night is going to lift. Congratulations. The balance is coming back. The a new perspective of love. Is the new perspective on how to love and how much love you're going to offer without without guilt and remorse, without regret. Um, all of that is going to turn around. So all of this is going to come to fruition through this one single thought. And I do believe this thought is going to come from another person. It's not going to come from your guides. Of course, your guides kind of manipulate and kind of lean you towards maybe a YouTube channel, or or something, another person in your life giving you a call, a stranger on the bus, that type of thing, those magical things. And it will absolutely happen. Um, and congratulations on that. That's good. Yeah, you're doing your doing your work. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good, sweetheart. Then we have Anya. You know what? It says, I'd love a reading for the rest of July and August, please. She's a Cappy Sun. I love that. Cappy Sun, Leo Moon, Libra Rising, Pisces North Node. That's a foreign language. Greek to me.
It's a big month for you. You just had a full moon and right there, in that Capricorn with you're adding Saturn and Neptune. That is just what is really all the things I said for you count 10 times more.
So a lot of creativity.
Yes, and an overload of being very sensitive, maybe not sensitive, but and very creative, and just like all the sensory overload of all of it. So much information coming in, as we were just hearing from. I forget who it was that was saying they were getting all these downloads and things. You are being overloaded with things, and it's a big month for you of change. Very big month. You're
But
not going to put up with any garbage. Don't put up with any
not in my
garbage.
house.
Take out the garbage.
That's for sure. The one thing I have for you is the Two of Wands with the Star card. So that you will find your balance. Now, the Wands, the 2 and 3 of Wands are really awesome because the 2 means small, successful steps. Not this 3 steps forward, 2 back. None of that. It's successful steps forward. The 3 is seeing the vision, and that's right around the corner for you. So, bravo. Hang in there. Okay, so Charlie, here we go. Feeling of loneliness, depression for a few days, and then past felt deep. She's wondering about that. It's her.
So this is Charlie. Do we have permission to show your chart, Charlie?
Yes, she said yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to click on it, and you tell me if it isn't appearing because I can't tell. You see it?
We see it.
Okay. All right. Charlie, my mind is drawn. My sight is drawn immediately to your ascendant. You have a Virgo ascendant. These are the teacher healer personality types who want to help heal other people and organize things, making sure everybody's on the right path, and you don't want to see anything that's not tidy, and you have a lot of need for discipline. So this is your rising sign, and you also have the natal moon. This inner ring from here in are your natal charts. The other ones are relating to what's happening today. So your moon is in Virgo in the first house. Both of these things govern your physical health and your physical well-being and your energy level. And this is you're so under bombardment very strongly because of. Let's talk about this a little bit more. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and Uranus is the higher octave. So notice where your Uranus is. Uranus is in your natal Uranus is in Cancer. So the planet that belongs in the Mercury sign is in the moon sign, and the moon is in the Mercury sign. So this means mutual disposition. It emphasizes the strength of both of these, and they blend their qualities. So this is your physical health and a very heightened nervous system. Let's say your nervous system right now is super sensitive, very sensitive nervous system, and you're experiencing a lot of anxiety and worry and the desire to make things right, and you just don't know where to begin. And you probably feel like if you are a mother with a 2-year-old toddler and you've just gone through the whole house with a big basket and you collected all the toys and all the junk and you've set it down and the kid picked up the basket and started running around dropping everything back where it started, it's kind of that feeling for you. You're trying to organize things and get things tidy, and it's just blowing up in your face and you're feeling anxiety. Look at Mars here. This is Mars of today. It's in 13 degrees of Virgo, just between your ascendant and your moon position. Mars is, as you know, an overload of energy, and this is, you're feeling bombarded by nervous energy, anxiety, feelings that you normally have under control are out of control. It's like a wildfire in your nervous system, and you just can't get a handle on it. So I'm going to make a little suggestion in a moment about that can help everybody, because we're all experiencing some of this with the Uranus stuff. Look at Uranus of today. It's in Mercury's sign of Gemini, the twin sign of Virgo. And here it is today at your midheaven. So the way you feel about yourself in the world, you're feeling like you can hardly understand your position in the world anymore. Everything seems foreign to you and unnatural. And what the heck is going on? I can't understand any of this. And you're very worried. Meanwhile, this is a very big indicator of where you are now. This is your progressed moon. A progressed moon, I'm not going to get into what that is right now, but it's a measure that astrologers use for timing of things, and it's very accurate. It's in Aries. Guess what? That's the sign of Mars, right? So your moon is in the sign of Mars, and Mars is right here over your moon. So this is emotional instability, high low, like a bipolar high low that you're not used to because you want everything controlled, and things are out of control, and it's bothering you a lot. So just on that one topic, I'm going to share something. This might help everybody. I've been doing this every night because I just get so much in my head I can't relax and go to sleep. So we're all having a bit overload. Charlie more than others, but this is a breathwork technique that is proven by science at the highest level, because not that I'm so gung-ho on military, but military have scientists that do research, and they wanted to find out how to help the special ops, like the Rangers or the SEAL Team 6. If they're out on a real dangerous, life-threatening mission and they have to catch a little sleep, how do you relax in that situation? This is what they came up with as the best solution, and they tested all these breathing techniques, and this is what they make all of those people, the SEAL Team 6, do in order to relax and grab a little cat nap. So this is for everybody here. You're going to inhale to a count of 4 through your nose and use a belly breath. Now, I like to count this by starting at 4 and counting down. There's something about that that's calming. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm thinking in my head, and I'm breathing in through my nose. Then I hold 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now exhale slowly through your mouth to a count of 8. 8, 7, 6, so forth. Now you can adjust the speed of your counting so that it's comfortable for you, but it should be ideally about a second for a count. But if you can't hold it that long, go count a little faster. And so what if you get a little off? Doesn't make it easy. You don't get anxiety about something that you're trying to be relaxed about. So if you blow a count, forget it and just keep going. And you can start over or go through the middle, whatever you want to do that's comfortable, but don't let it stress you. That would be counterproductive. So you'll get used to the 4, 7, and 8 count. If you do it like that, and always go 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8, and then if you always do it the same in that way, it becomes automatic, so you don't have to think about it. And this really does reduce the stress level, because, my dear Charlie, you have a severe case of anxiety, and there are other indicators of this in your chart. So you're worried now. This one technique can help you a lot. That's your main problem right now. And I do have it set so you can see that the moon is going to be gone from there in about a month. Let's look forward to Mars. Here's a month forward. Mars is gone. All right. Wow. All right. Mars is moving along at a good clip. I didn't think that was going to happen. Here's Mars. In 1 month, it's going to be already in Libra, so you're in the clear. So give yourself about a month to feel some real relief. And in the meantime, do that breathing. You can do it anytime. During the day, if you're sitting in the car at a light or something, you could just do it a couple of them. At nighttime, you can do more. But it affects your vagus nerve and your central nervous system, your autonomic nervous system, and it's proven by science. So there you go.
Hi. Oh, I wonder if I can ever remember that. I have to remember it. I have to remember it.
There's a screenshot. You can 478
478. Awesome.
in 11. Yeah, and today is
711.
7:11. So inhale to 4 through your nose, hold, exhale to 8 through your mouth. All a very deep belly breath and relax. You can adjust the timing. So if you run out of it, doesn't, don't worry about it. If one goes haywire, it doesn't matter. Just pick it up.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lalit. This was fun, fun, fun.
Yeah, you can sign up for the Rangers now for the SEAL Team 6. I have training.
Your team six.
Call on me.
So, you are available for readings. You've got some
Oh yes, I
cool.
have time because I can't go anywhere. My car is broken. I can't go teach.
So
So
please sign
I'm
up
in
for a
trouble.
reading.
Please call
Please
me.
sign up for a reading. She's very generous with her time, and you get a lot out of it. And that is until she gets that website. Don't worry about it. Just email her.
Email me astrology
Astrology
vibrations
Vibrations with an S um,
at
at
Gmail, and I'll be looking
gmail.com.
every day. I'm going to be looking every day because I'm a little dead in the water with my car on the fritz. So I'm going to be checking email. If I don't respond to you, something went wrong. So go back to this channel and see astrology vibrations with an S
Yeah, I think
at
it
Gmail.
was right. I forget who it was that couldn't get to your email address, and it's or your channel. It's because she put Lalit's
Oh,
astrology vibrations. So it's just astrology vibrations. Lalit has nothing to do, no name in there.
that's right.
Astrology vibrations. So God bless you all. You can take care of yourself, take care of each
We
other.
love you.
We
Bless
love
you.
our community. And I'll see
Yeah.
you tomorrow around 3 Pacific for, am I right? 3 Pacific. I don't have. So yes, 3 Pacific with Kaylee and who's channeling
3
the Holy
Pacific.
Spirit.
I'll be there.
All right.
When we share our love with you and we get back so much more in return. Talk
Mm-hmm.
to you, we're infinitely grateful. Thank you. I feel so much better now that I've seen you all and I'm feeling much
Yeah,
better. So thank you. I hope you do too.
I missed everybody last week for sure, but
Oh yeah.
love you all. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.